Hey everyone. So I want to start off by asking you guys to subscribe to the channel. I know I don't ask that a lot. I don't really push too much stuff on you guys. But I was going through my numbers and saw that only like 25% of the people who watch are subscribed. So what I'm going to do is for all the new subscribers that I get in the next week, okay? So if you subscribe, I'll be able to see your name. And then anyone I get in the next week, I'm going to choose 2 of you to give the course away for free. So if you've been watching the videos and you're always watching and forget to subscribe, go ahead, please hit that for me. And then again, I'm going to randomly choose 2 of you and give you the course for free. Okay? Now, I'm also, what I'm going to do here is send out an email pretty soon about a Facebook group. So almost 100 of you have bought the course already. So I'm finally going to start a Facebook group where we can do some more advanced just PPC discussion, where I can do some quick posts on stuff that I'm seeing, some quick tips that I don't have to make a full video on. So that's coming very soon too. And then I'm very happy to announce that I've donated almost $2,500 to that Small Business Relief Fund. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Again, it was great to see that feedback. I felt great doing it. So it was cool to see those results. Now, with that being said, with a lot of you buying this, and I've been reaching out to you about audits, and I've been doing a lot of audits lately. And one thing that I've really been seeing, and this is the hardest part about PPC, are one-click keywords. So in this video, I'm just going to go through kind of a quick way to analyze these one-click keywords. You can see on my favorite tool again, the Keyword Density Analyzer. Just because a lot of people forget about these one-click keywords, and they're the ones that can kind of really ruin your PPC numbers. People are always looking at the keywords that have a bunch of clicks, but they forget about the one-click ones, but they can give you some good data. So all I did here is I pulled a report for one of my somewhat smaller clients, and what I did, so if I go down here, you see I have clicks sorted. I just have anything with 3 or clicks less and no sales. So if we look at this here, almost $1,600 over the past 2 months. So I went through and did this about a month ago, but I guarantee you that if you look at this, if you look at all of your one-click keywords with no spend, you're going to see some really big numbers. And I don't want you to forget about this. So $1,600 with keywords that are barely doing anything, but then we need to decide what to do with these, because yeah, you can add these all as negative exacts, but I think we want to see if there's any patterns in here. So again, all I did is I copied all of the words that had 3 clicks or less with no sales, and I put them in the density analyzer. So I'm not going to show you exactly the product that this is, but it's a camping wipe. It's an outdoor camping wipe, kind of like one of these, like Dude Wipes or something. So they've been getting a lot more traffic because they're somewhat of a cleaning item, but people only use them for like outdoors and camping and stuff like that. So you can see there's a lot of clicks on flushable, toilet, antibacterial, alcohol. And this means that there is 157 clicks with words that include alcohol that have had no sales. Okay? So I'm looking at this first, but then what I did, it's in the search term report. After this, then I sorted by anything that had any sales at all. So I went down here and sorted this differently. You can see these are all the ones that have any sale. Copied all of those and put them in another one. So now what I'm looking at is I'm comparing. So this means that we had 366 individual orders off of anything that included the word wipes. You'd make sense because it's a wipe. But we also had 70 orders from flushable. So 70 orders from flushable, but 276 clicks from flushable without any sales. So the main point of this is to start building your negative phrase keyword list. So what I'm looking for here are single words or 2 phrase words that are in this one that have not gotten any sales that are not in here, okay? So if I look up antibacterial, it's got 161 clicks with no sales, right? If I go here and I look up antibacterial, it only has 10 sales. And that's probably because we're in this whole pandemic thing and people are buying like crazy. So I would add antibacterial. I mean, you're comparing 10 to 161. So I would add antibacterial to my negative phrase keyword list. What I'm going to do with this is add this as a negative phrase to all campaigns. So if you guys have less data, you can go through this kind of product by product, right? And you can see kind of the different keyword trends through campaign. But if I do this again, if I look at alcohol, alcohol has 157 clicks and no sales. If I come over here and I look at alcohol and I spell it right, alcohol has 13 clicks. So again, the proportion there is so off. We've gotten 13 sales and there's 157 clicks without. So, and I know that we don't convert for alcohol. We don't contain alcohol in our wipes. So I'm going to start to build my negative phrase keyword list. There's other ones in here that I know, like sanitizing. We just don't want that in any campaigns. And then if you go down here, these are the things I'm really looking for. Branded names. So Charmin, like these are the things I'm talking about that in a lot of campaigns, especially if you have any sort of pandemic product, you're getting killed with these keywords right now. So I would go Charmin, Clorox is in there, Lysol, Cottonelle, like these are crazy. We're never going to convert for these. Cottonelle, stuff like that. So I'm going through here and still even down here, aloe. Like even down here we have 26 clicks on aloe. Let me see if we have anything. Aloe isn't in here at all. So we've never gotten any sales with something that contains the word aloe because we don't have aloe. I'm going to put it in my negative phrase keyword list. I mean, these alone is probably a couple $100 worth of spend. All I do is add these as negative phrase keywords. Now you're going to be asking me, okay, we've added these as negative phrase to all campaigns, but what if we want to test them? Okay, so we're doing this to sort of cut out the wasted ad spend. If you want to test these, what I would then do is create a new campaign and call it antibacterial test, maybe phrase, okay? And I break it out on its own. So it's a negative phrase in all other campaigns it's not going to spend, but you put it in its very own campaign, and then maybe you get some long tail keywords that involve antibacterial that you might convert for. So I'm on this one here. This is the one that has sales. So like you do see, like we've had 14 sales for hand sanitizer that we would normally not get. So here we go. Antibacterial hand, we've got 3. Wipes antibacterial, we've got 3. But those are small numbers. So once I break this out into its own, and then again, maybe I do alcohol test phrase, where I know alcohol is not going to spend anything else in any other campaign. I know it's not a great keyword for me, but I've gotten some sales from it, so I'm testing it. Okay? So that's it. Negative phrase building with your one-click keywords. And don't just go in there. Don't just go crazy and say, oh, I'm going to add hand, flushable, toilet, wet. I'm going to add those all as negative phrases. No, you need to compare them to your list of keywords that do well. Okay? It's going to save a lot. It's pretty quick to go through this too. And then instead of adding, thousands of negative exact keywords, you add a couple of these as negative phrase, and it really saves you a lot of time and money. All right?